Everyone, if you we're being recorded. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Roland Sinker. I'm the chief executive, and many apologies from Mike Moore, our chairman, who would normally be here to do the introduction. But I'm going to cover both the introduction and, Emma, as I was saying, some comments about you. So all colleagues, You Made a Difference has been running since March 2009, which is just over 13 years. And what this programme aims to do is to really take a moment to pause and reflect on colleagues across Addenbrooke's and the Rosie, across Cambridge University hospitals who've made a particular difference and really embody our values of together, safe, kind and excellent. And those staff are sort of identified through both their colleagues but also through patients. They're not identified by me or Mike, the chairman. And all those nominations go forward and are then reviewed. And to give you a sense of scale, Emma, for May this year, we had 53 nominations for 50 people. And from which our 2 winners for May were selected. So Emma, from sort of 53 to 2, it's I think a real credit to you for all you do for us here at CUH. So many congratulations. And today, Emma, we're talking just about you, not about our other colleague who's been successful. And I wanted to say a few words about you in terms of your background, and then talk about the nomination. So Emma, you joined us here in the employee relations team as an employee relations manager. Is it October 2017?
Yes, that's correct.
And then in September 2019, you undertook an 18-month secondment as the divisional head of workforce for Division D. Is that right?
That is, yeah.
What was that transition like? What was it like going from the centre to the mighty Division D?
Yeah, it was really interesting, and I think during a pandemic was very challenging and testing as well. So yeah, it's an experience I'll never forget.
Yeah. So yeah, that must have been quite something, because September 2019, so things kicked off properly, didn't they? About 6 months later in terms of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And were you with Division D throughout the pandemic then, Emma?
I was, yeah. I've always been with Division D since I started, yeah.
Great. And I think now, Emma, you're returning, aren't you? Or you have returned to your role as an employee relations manager. That's right, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Great. Okay. And what we're told, Emma, is that your role is to work in partnership with the managers to provide our employees with specialist, comprehensive, really high quality advice from a human resources point of view, in line with the latest employment law, trust policy and good practice. So that's what you do to support our colleagues. And before you came to us, you worked at Tesco, I think, for 21 years, working your way up into management, and then you reached the ultimate goal, I think, of being placed on the senior HR program, and you were signed off there as a senior leader. Does that all? That's all right. How was Tesco's? What was that like?
Yeah, it's a great place as well to work. I think 21 years, you build incredible relationships with customers and staff. So yeah, coming into Addenbrooke's was certainly something that I had to feel part of a family as well. So,
where did you work when you were at Tesco?
What store? So I started off at Milton. I was there for 17 years. Helped open Newmarket Road, Tesco's, and then ended up in Ely, Tesco's.
Right. Was it while you were there? I'm told you went back to college when you were age 34, and you completed your CIPD qualification. Is that right?
I did, yeah. So I knew that the skills and knowledge that I'd learnt through Tesco's, I'd had to back up with a qualification. So yeah, went back to college to gain that.
Where did you do that? Where did you go back to college for that?
At Cambridge Regional College. So worked full time, still with 3 children. Yeah, and then did a day a week at college.
God, well, well done on that, and that must have been a really good experience as well. And then you knew that you then wanted to go to somewhere special, and I think you had a particular affinity at CUH, because I think we'd looked after one of your children, haven't we? Is that Joshua?
Yeah, Joshua. Yes, yeah.
So you came into CUH, and you're basically, you knew that you could provide the support, the advice, the care that our employees need, so that they can carry on providing care to our patients and supporting that agenda. And I think for you, people's well-being is absolutely at the heart of what you're interested in. That's what gets you excited. And there are numerous examples, I think, across CUH where you've done that in terms of supporting our staff, and I think really demonstrating our values of together, safe, kind, and excellent. And Emma, if I could now just read out the nomination that's come in from a colleague. This is what was written about you. So Emma has demonstrated what true compassion looks like. When one of our international nurses was diagnosed with a terminal illness, Emma reached out to the family to provide support far beyond the mandates of the organisation, doing everything possible to relieve the family of some of the suffering and pain they were experiencing with this awful diagnosis. Emma organised monthly meetings with the staff member's husband, supporting the patient and her husband through the difficult journey, clarifying and working through the process of taking sick leave and having difficult conversations. Emma ensured all the family needs were met and that the family had the monthly rent when they needed rehousing. And she arranged for the husband to be able to spend time with his dying wife, so they had special time together. Emma's support continued, and she attended the funeral. The family expressed how much they appreciated Emma's support and the support of the trust. What's so outstanding about Emma is that she continued to follow it up with the husband after the death of his wife to offer support and guidance. Emma's acts of kindness, her compassion, her warmth, respect, and sensitivity towards the family is priceless. Emma truly makes a difference by showing her job is more than a job. It's a reflection of her character and the way that she likes to live life. Emma, many congratulations. A really very moving and terrific nomination, and congratulations. Well done. Before you may want to say a couple of words, but would anybody else like to comment before we hear from Emma? David and Nicola? And Angie, would you like to speak as well? So David, Nicola and Angie.
Thanks, Roland. Emma, I was joining this today from home, from a day of doing boring, wonderful stuff, but plowing through emails and things like that. And I didn't know what you were nominated for. I knew there were many things that you could be nominated for, but I'm so delighted that you were nominated for that. Through that example of what you've just done, through the compassion you showed, it was just simply amazing. And I'm a bit ashamed that I didn't nominate you for this. Somebody did, they may be on this call, but it was the most amazingly compassionate time and thing that you've just done. And that is a very moving citation, but it doesn't begin to cover the extent of your care and compassion for that colleague. So circumstance brought this very sad case to our door, to your work. You did an extraordinary thing, because you do extraordinary things. And I just want to say, absolutely celebrate you today. I didn't know this was the thing that we were going to be talking about, but I could not be prouder to be a colleague of yours through that nomination and through that work you did then. So Emma, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, David. And Nicola and then Angie.
Yeah, I'm just going to say something similar. Just incredibly proud of Emma and what she does day to day. This is one example, and a very sad example, but this is not unusual. And there's other examples where Emma has done something very similar. And I know it's bittersweet for Emma. So I know she feels very uncomfortable about receiving an award for something that was so sad and difficult. But I think that just shows what compassion and kindness she does have, and she does show. So it's employee relations at its very best. It's Emma at her very best. And as David said, we couldn't be prouder of her. So well done, Emma.
Well, thanks very much, Nicola. And Nicola, hearing this nomination, we worked together very closely, didn't we, you and I, for well the best part of 2 years, and I can see why you were very keen to get back into employee relations. So to be able to work with colleagues like this on these sorts of areas, I think is really terrific to hear. So Nicola, thank you. And Angie?
Yeah, I would say it's been a delight and a pleasure to have worked alongside Emma and have known her. And I would say it's not a surprise for me to hear or what has been said about her, because I have, as a person, I've experienced it. Most of my managers have experienced it. We all talk greatly of her. So I agree with Nicola, it's bittersweet in the sense that we know we'll be losing Emma, but it's a delight that we know that we appreciate you while you're still here, and that you can hear it directly from us before you take the next step. So congratulations again.
Thank you.
Lovely, thank you so much, Angie. And Emma, is there anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I just thank everybody. I think the experience that I've had over the last 4.5 years is just been exceptional. I knew joining Addenbrooke's was really important to me because of the care that so many people have given my son and still continue to do so. I knew I could never do anything clinically, but I knew that I could do something from our staff to make sure that they come to work feeling safe and are able to do the job that they've signed up to do to their best of the abilities. I think every day is a different day. You know, we never know what's around the corner within employee relations or in HR, but it's the team that has helped me through all of that. I think I've had some difficult personal issues over the last 2 years as well. So without any of these people that are on the call today, I wouldn't have been able to do any of it. So thank you to them as well.
Well, thank you, Emma. And as you say, it's with 11, nearly 12,000 employees now, colleagues across the organisation. It's a team activity, isn't it? And it's very powerful hearing you talk about enabling others to be able to give of their best. Because if they don't feel supported, if they don't feel they can, it has a direct impact on the people we're looking after. So thank you for highlighting that. So Emma, really well done, and a very, very powerful nomination. What you should be receiving is a gift card, which I hope you'll use just for you to get yourself something nice. You should also be getting a sort of certificate or posterette that you can put wherever is most helpful. And you should be getting the You Made a Difference badge, which you can wear on your lanyard, and can wear on your lanyard wherever you work in the future. That's up to you. And then lastly, there should be some cakes on their way. And it's always a good sign of a team as to whether the team devour the cakes or an individual dashes off with them. But I never really am able to follow what happens to the cakes. But I hope you'll enjoy those with colleagues when they come and when you're all together. So Emma, again, a huge well done and thank you. And a big round of applause from everyone, I think, for you, Emma.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you. So I think we'll probably draw to a close now, if that's okay. So lovely to see everyone. Really enjoy the rest of today and all of this week. And Emma, I think we go into the rest of Monday as the rain might be about to fall. I think with that nomination ringing in our ears. In the meantime, everyone, have a lovely rest of the week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Emma. Bye-bye.